it sucks that I'm saying this, but I think traffic's been good because of the teacher strike.
Oh, that is so, I didn't even think of that.
Because like this whole week, I've been able to get to work and home in pretty good time, and I'm just like, man, this is great. Except for not the teachers.
Yeah. Whenever I see the teachers, I honk in hopes of like, I see you, you matter, but at the same time, I hope they're not like, ah, stop honking at us.
I mean, hey, there's a group I drive by, and one of them has a sign that's like honk for teachers.
Oh, okay, good. So that's good then.
I couldn't believe when I heard that they were talking to this one guy, and I can't remember if this was the same guy who was on the teacher strike in like 1989, but he said his class size was 55 people, and
No.
I can't even imagine that. My class size in high school was never bigger than 25. That's like over twice what I ever had to be in. That's insane.
Mine was around the 40s, so I can't even, like, 50, 55. My
See,
goodness.
that sounds insane to me too.
I went to a public school in LA, so
How many people were in your graduating class?
a lot. I mean, that's a few years ago, and plus I didn't even go to my graduation, so my
You
parents
didn't
said
go to
they
your
wouldn't
high school
go, so
graduation?
no, my parents said we're not going, and then I'm like, fine, well, if you're not going, I'm not
What the
going.
what the fuck?
And so I had to go a few days later and just pick it up in the office, my diploma, which was
Why
fine.
would your parents not want to go?
They
Well,
said
to
it
be
was
fair,
too
it's
hot.
dull as fuck. It is
Oh yeah,
extremely
that's.
dull.
I mean, yeah, it's boring, but it's kind of like a big deal.
I don't know, arguably a bigger deal is the college one, and I didn't go to that.
Oh yeah,
Because the college
that's
one's like,
kind of.
5,000 people in your graduating class. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And
I was just curious. My graduating class was pretty. I went to a pretty large school. I think my graduating class had 576 people in it
for high school,
Okay.
for high school.
that's kind of
I
small,
went to a
actually.
Well, I mean, I don't know. This is in Texas. This is actually a big school for Texas. Not the biggest school, but it was our schools were like divided. I think AAA was like the biggest school, and we were considered a AAA school. But I mean, I know there were other schools in the area, depending on part of the metroplex they lived in. I always heard that the high school in Plano had like 1,000 people in their graduating class.
I'm trying to remember now my graduating class numbers. I don't even know. That was so long ago.
I'm surprised I can remember. It was a while ago.
I want to say it was 1,500 people, but I'm not sure that's right.
God damn. That's so many people.
I mean, I had a private
we had
school.
one.
It was just a lot of people in it.
That was a private school?
Yeah.
There were that many people in a private school? Oh my gosh! The private schools that I knew kids that went to, they were always a lot smaller than my high school.
Well, so that was in San Jose, so it was, I mean, it was booming at the time. Silicon Valley was definitely a thing. So everyone went to some kind of school, and there were vouchers at the time too, so not everyone got to go in, but it was definitely a huge, huge graduating class. And they keep topping it every year. I still get notifications from the alumni program going, hey, we have the biggest graduating class since yours, and it's at 3,000 people or whatever the hell it is. Something crazy.
Okay, so I think I went to a pretty good sized school. Your school is just fucking crazy.
Well, and then the class sizes were also pretty nuts. I mean, even for a private school, the class sizes were like, we started at 30, and then by the end of my senior year, it was up to like 40 or 50. Class sizes.
That's just weird because like that defeats the idea of what a private school is in my mind, where well, I guess just depending on where you live, because where I grew up, they were smaller, and it was better because you could get more individual attention. But I guess not in your case.
No, it was totally about. I mean, it's the same reason why, like, Harvard is really sought after. It's not because Harvard's a good school. Arguably it is, but it's not because of that. It's because people all know the name Harvard. So my school went purely off the name recognition and banked on that more than anything else. So then if I had my... I was going to say my resume. No, my college application would say, no, I went to this high school. And everyone would go, oh, okay, yeah, you're in. That type of show. That type of job. So everyone is paying for the name recognition. And supposedly the college readiness courses, though, those are of arguable utility, I think.
I did like the fact that in high school I could take I took a couple of dual credit classes, and I did not have to take those in school, which was great. And I went to an art school anyway, so everything was just art classes all the time.
Yay!
So wait, you had a dual credit art class?
No, I was like my college. You had a couple of basics you needed to take at the beginning, like an English class and some history class. So I was able in high school to take a dual credit English and a dual credit like economics or something, and it counted towards college. So I didn't have to take those at all.
Oh, so you just did all your general ed stuff early. That's neat.
Yeah, and well, the college I went to didn't have to do a lot of the typical general education that you have to do at like state universities, since it was a private college. So it was pretty much like into the art classes, immediately. I think I took one science class that was anatomy, which is helpful for knowing how to draw humans anyway. I mean, we learned like bones and muscles and stuff like that. But...
Well, that's the Da Vinci technique, isn't it? Didn't Da Vinci kind of pioneer that whole draw people from the bones outward type of idea?
You got me. So it shows how great my classes were.
Apparently they didn't teach you the history of what you were doing. Just to do this is what works. Okay.
Yeah. We did have... I sound like such a terrible art student. We did have art history classes, but I always thought they were so boring. I'm like, I just want to do my thing, just do my drawings, do the hands-on stuff.
What are you using the degree today?
Yeah, I work in animation. Well, I mean, not the art history part, I guess.
Well, I mean, the part that's relevant, the part you studied, you're using today, so that's pretty good. It worked out.
And honestly, a lot of my school, because I studied CG animation for most of... I mean, you start with learning basic 2D and stuff like that, and different... I tried a bunch of different stuff. I tried stop motion, but I mostly focused on CG, because at the time they were like, this is where the jobs are! Do CG! And at the end of my schooling, I just didn't really like it, and my last quarter of college, I took a dramatic shift, and I'm like, I'm going to teach myself Flash, and just because that seems fun, and that's how I have been able to work for the past 11 years, is I just was like, going to teach myself Flash, and now that's what I do for a living.
No more 3D?
I've actually taken... I wouldn't mind trying my hand at it again, but I just don't have the program to practice with, and I'm also really bad at being self-motivated after work.
I hear you.
I think Blender's
but
free
I'm a lot
now.
more I think I've heard that. I should look into that. I'm definitely more confident in my animation abilities in general. I did take a CG like refresher class at Studio Arts in... I forget where it is. It's like somewhere between Glendale and downtown. But that was kind of fun, like taking the refresher. My animation was a lot better. It's just a serious... Maya's a heck of a program to wrangle with. It's
Oh yeah, Maya.
shit.
Wow.
A lot of shit in that program. I did take a Toon Boom class as well, and most of the time I was in that class, I was just like, why isn't this Flash? Ah!
Why can't you be more like Flash?
This is Flash, I can do this in 5 seconds, and then Toon Boom has taken me forever.
Yeah, Toon Boom is... You gotta learn it.
I just need to. I would probably do well learning on a job. It's just unfortunately not a lot of places. They're not. We're not going to teach you on the job. You just need to know it.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Hey.
Alright, I'm here.
You're back or you're here?
Both.
I'm back here.
I'm back here. Yeah. Let me just adjust my volume here for a second.
Okay, I will quickly die then, and...
Oh.
Nope, sorry, I can't die. I got lasers, and apparently I'm invulnerable now.
Laser beams.
Laser.
Sharks with laser beams attached to their heads.
There we go.
Yeah. Let me just go ahead and join all of these events.
That's right.
I think I did that last time when Lindsay posted them. I was like, join everyone.
Yeah.
I think I did it for like a few months at a time
Yeah.
too.
It looks like
Did you do it for?
Not
Okay, I thought it was
bad.
only January. Did you actually go farther than that?
all the
I
way
think
into
I did.
February.
Okay, I did not see
I
that.
think I went a few months. I don't know.
Nah, just into February. But I mean, there's
Only
a good
February?
a lot of them.
Until the end of time.
Okay, I always
That's how long
forget.
this game is.
Yeah. It's only 60
Well, I mean,
hours
this game
if
was
you play
featured
perfectly.
in the Awesome Games Done. Oh, not yeah, Awesome Games Done Quick.
How?
2019.
How?
They beat it in I think 45 minutes.
That's
How?
bullshit.
How did they do that? I have to go back and look
Yeah.
at that.
How
I don't
did
know,
they do that?
I didn't want to watch
Lie.
it because I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay, so you don't know, but it must have happened.
No, I don't know how they did it.
Okay.
Did
So
they do
awesome.
some like bullshit cheese thing like they do?
They
It's like, I
always
beat
do.
Zelda in 15 minutes!
They always do, and they beat it as young Link. You know.
And it's super disappointing to watch.
What? No,
Well-
it's awesome.
Yeah, so what you have to do is you have to filter based off of whether or not they're using glitches. Because watching them walk through, nothingness between terrain is bullshit and boring. But if they're using, like, if they're doing it straight, it's like, oh, that's neat. Okay, I could totally maybe do that with a couple hours practice. Not at that
Yeah, like watching them beat Super Mario 64 with no stars is a little silly.
Sad. Yeah. Then what's the point of playing the game? I mean, obviously they played it all the way through to be able to know how to beat it so quickly, right?
Yeah, a lot of it is learning how to route, learning how to get like perfect button inputs. I mean, if
Oh
you
my
see
God.
them do the the Super Mario 1 run, all levels run, you see some wicked shit that they do. Like, did you know you can wall kick in that game?
Oh, that's cool.
Mm,
You have to get Mario's foot between pixels and do a single frame accurate jump in the other direction.
Good heavens.
Yeah. It's ludicrous. But yeah.
It's amazing what people find out, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How do I invite you guys?